Hello, welcome. If this is your first time here, welcome to my channel, and if you're just coming back, then welcome back. Thank you for coming over to spend some time with me. In today's video, I want to share with you my top 10 foundations. I did a video like this maybe like about a year ago, and I have made some changes. There are some repeats, but I have made some changes, some updates, because I've tried new foundations recently that I've really loved. It is a very hard list to make because there's so many good foundations out there, but I tried to narrow it down to 10. I'm not gonna show them in preference order. I was gonna do it random, but what I'm gonna do, I thought better. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go by order of coverage from lightest to more fuller coverage. I think it'll be easier for me to describe the foundations like that. So I saw that Michelle Wong did a video like this recently about her top 10. I think she did 15, her top 15 foundations, and there are a couple of foundations, 3 or 4 foundations that she mentions, but I have other foundations that she doesn't mention. So it is my list. So let's start. And it's not really a foundation, but I treat it as a foundation, and I have it on now. I use it a lot. It is the Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Light Revealer Natural Skin Illuminator, broad spectrum SPF 25. When I don't want to wear a lot of makeup to work, or when I go out, when I'm in a hurry, when I'm doing makeup in my car, this is what I use. I've done stories on my Instagram showing myself putting my makeup on with this product. It is a beautiful product. As you can tell, it gives me a really beautiful shimmer. I don't have any highlighter on, just a very slight powder, the Mercier translucent powder in Celestial Light. I have some of that, but that's very subtle. What you're seeing the most in the highlighting area is this product. I just love it. I am gonna order a backup now in the Sephora VIB sale. I'm gonna order, it's called a spring sales, the spring sales event. I'm gonna get a backup of this product because I love it very much. And speaking of the Sephora sale, I'm gonna have that video up most likely on Thursday, the day before the sale starts. So if you want to see my top 20 recommendations of the sale, then make sure you're subscribed and you have the bell turned on, so the YouTube notifies you when I have a new video up, because it's going to be really interesting what my recommendations are for people like me that are like fair skin with very dry skin. Well, not very dry, I have mildly dry skin, and I think it's products that you are going to love if you have the same type of skin as I do. Anyways, let's move on to the next foundations. I'm going to talk about these together because these two are very similar. Michelle mentioned them both because they're both lovely, and it's the two cushion foundations from Chantecaille and the one from Sisley-Paris. I'll talk about the Chantecaille first. I love this cushion foundation. It was my first experience with a cushion foundation, if my memory serves me right. I love the cause, everything behind Chantecaille, but the product itself, the packaging is really pretty. It's a beautiful product. Let me show you what it looks like inside. Mine is shade Alabaster. I love it because it leaves my skin better than the way that I found it. After I take it off, after 8-10 hours of wear, after I take it off, my skin is much better, more healthier than in the morning when I put it on. It's an amazing product. And I have to mention the Sisley-Paris because they're both very similar. The only difference is that I find that Sisley-Paris has more longevity, like it lasts a little bit longer. And with this foundation, although I love the Chantecaille cushion skin, I like this one a little bit better for that, and also because when I wear it, I feel like it looks like I have a filter on my face. If that makes any sense to you, like people, I've gotten so many compliments when I wear this foundation. Like people ask me like, what are you wearing? Like it looks like you have a filter on your face, It's just an amazing product. It lasts 8, 10, 12 hours. I've done tests for up to 12 hours, and it's amazing. It's a beautiful product, and it gives me such a beautiful glow that I just love it. So they're very similar, very close, but I think I like this one just a little bit better. The only downside, 2 things I don't like about this one, is that their shade range is not good. Not that it bothers me directly because my shade is there, but they don't have a lot of shades for other skin tones, which is not good. And also it doesn't have a backup, while the Chantecaille one does have a backup of the cushion foundation. And their price point, the Sisley-Paris, is a little bit more expensive and it doesn't have a backup, so that's the only thing. And I want to get a backup of this product. I think I ordered a backup with the Sisley-Paris 20% off family and friends sale. I got another one because I love it. I really do like it. Next foundations I want to talk to you about is, they're both from Chanel. I placed them together because they're both Chanel. One is the Le Beige Water Fresh Tint. This one is also a very light coverage foundation. I love light cover foundations. There's going to be at the end a couple of more full coverage foundations, but for me, I love light coverage, and this is one of them. This is a very refreshing formula. It's wonderful for the summer. Here in Miami, in South Florida, it's always summer. It's a perpetual summer. We have like maybe 5 or 10 days which are cooler days, but most of the year is hot hot and humid, but mostly hot. And this is a very refreshing, very nice foundation. It's mostly a lot of water, and then it has like little pigments of color, and then a little bubbles of pigment, I should say. And once you apply it, it starts like bursting, and the color spreads beautifully around the skin. At first you might think, oh, that was my first impression, like this foundation doesn't have any coverage, it's not doing anything to me. But just wait a couple of minutes and your skin transforms to beautiful, supple, refreshing, hydrated skin. And with this, I have the other one from Chanel that I love is the number 1 de Chanel. This is one of the newer ones. This is with the camellia rose extract. This is another lovely foundation, very light, very hydrating. It's a little bit, I think a little bit more coverage than the Water Trend. Yes, a little bit more coverage, but it doesn't feel heavy, very light. Your skin feels very supple. I don't remember being glowy, leaving your skin glowy. It was more, a little bit more matte, but not drying at all. Very nice foundation, and the packaging is very pretty, and it has very good skin care benefits, which is very important for me. The next one that I want to talk about is from Suku. This is the Nude Wear Liquid X. I'm gonna have to get a new one soon because it's close to its expiration date. This is the, like I said, the Suku Nude Wear Liquid X. My shade is 020 foundation, SPF 30. This foundation, I don't use it a lot, unfortunately, because I have so many to try, but I do remember it, and I remember to always include it in my top 10. I remember this foundation leaving my skin really glowy. It's beautiful on the skin. It's a really glowy, really just very the way I would describe it is like a very fancy, luxurious foundation, because it's not heavy at all, but when you look at it, when you apply it, it just it looks luxurious, it feels luxurious, but it's not heavy. It gives you a beautiful glow. It's just a gorgeous foundation, and I also love the bottle. It's not a pump, as you can tell. It is a dropper, which is not my favorite thing, but the foundation itself, the formula is really pretty. And I'm gonna follow up with the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance Foundation. The concealer is one of my favorite concealers, but the foundation is also one of my favorite foundation. It's one of those foundations when I wanna just look flawless. This is the foundation that I want to wear. I discovered this before I discovered the Sisley-Paris, so now I think my go-to foundation will probably be the Sisley-Paris Cushion Foundation if I want something that lasts all day. And I forgot to mention that the Sisley-Paris is rub proof. If you wear masks a lot, if you touch your face a lot like I do, don't worry about it. This foundation has your back. It's not gonna budge. It's gonna last all day, and you're gonna look the same as you did in the morning. Then 10 hours later, you're gonna look the same. Trust me. Well, that's the way it worked on me. And the Tom Ford is very similar in that sense, but it's more fuller, more coverage, a little bit heavier. Not that it's heavy on the skin, but it's not as light as the ones I mentioned before. It gives you a beautiful radiance. The name goes well because it's Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance. It gives you really soft radiance, good coverage for a long day. I used it in normal weather, I use it in hot weather, I use it outdoors, indoors. It's a very luxurious formula, and also luxurious packaging. The next three are more well, the next one I want to mention is a similar coverage to Tom Ford, and it's the one from La Prairie. La Prairie is the I'm gonna say it in English, the Skin Caviar Concealer and Foundation Sunscreen SPF 15. This is my most expensive foundation and I love it. I love it. The packaging is really pretty. The formula is really pretty. I'm not a huge fan of the applicator because it's like a little spatula, but you know, it is what it is. You just I grab it and I put it directly on the brush or on the back of my hand. You don't need a lot. This is something that I always remember about this foundation, that it is quite expensive, but, and I think they just raised the prices recently. It is quite expensive, but you don't need a lot. With a little bit, with just a tad amount, you have enough for your whole face. At least for my skin. If you have maybe red areas or acne prone skin, I don't know if it'll be good enough for you, but for me, for my type of skin, just a little bit works for my whole face. It's a beautiful formula. It's a luxury in the bottle. It does have a fragrance. If you don't like fragrance foundation, then this is not for you. But Prairie has that they use they use fragrances in their products. So if that's something you don't like, then you're not gonna like this. But I love it. I love the packaging, and it does have a concealer on top. Concealer is more like to the drier side, and I don't mean in a negative way. It's just like drier, like a I would say like a little paste, like, you know, it's like a foundation on a stick or a concealer on a stick. You know, it's like a little bit drier, but it's not drying at all at the eyes. Just a little bit up from your ring finger, just a little bit. It's enough to cover your dark spots, and I have dark spots a lot, so it's really good for me. So it should be good for you too if you have dark circles like I do. So last two are my most fullest, if that's the right word, my most fullest coverage foundations. From one of them is from Nars. This is from the newer one, the light reflecting foundation. It's probably not the most fullest coverage in the market, but it is in my collection one of the ones with the most coverage. But it doesn't feel heavy. It feels really nice on the skin. I like this foundation for when I know I'm gonna be like let's say like in a wedding, or where there's going to be a lot of lights. This is what I like to use. The other foundations, my light cover foundations, are good for every day, for the natural looking, like I have nothing on kind of look. But this is for like I want a perfect canvas. This is what I use this foundation for. And also the one that comes next. This is like the most fullest. Michelle described it. She mentioned this one as well in her top 15. She describes it as like if you want to look like a mannequin, and she's exactly right. It's the Airflash, the Dior Airflash spray foundation. If you want to look like a mannequin, in the sense that if you want to look like flawless, then use this. But it's very light because it is a spray. You just shake it up a little bit. It does have a little ball. You just shake it and spray it. You can just spray it directly on your face or the back of your hand or your brush, whichever way you like. And it leaves your skin flawless. It has excellent coverage. It lasts all day, and I know I keep on repeating the same things over and over again with these foundations, but it's entirely true. That's why they're my top 10, because they're excellent coverage. They feel very light, very hydrating. They don't dry, they don't patch, they don't accentuate my fine lines. And I'm 40. I don't have a lot of wrinkles or anything like that, but I do have like fine lines here around my eyes, around my nose, around my lips here. I'm getting like little lines. My nose is a problem. None of these give me problems in those areas, so that's why I love them, and I have them as my top 10. And I know that if you have similar skin as I do, if you have dry skin, I think these foundations would be great on you. I'm gonna list all of them down below, like I always list the makeup that I mentioned. So yeah, this is an amazing foundation, as all of them. If you were to ask me which one's your favorite one, that's a very hard question, because they're all my favorites for different things. If I want to go heavy, I like heavy duty, full coverage, my Dior Airflash and my Nars are both perfect. If I want to look like I have nothing on and look beautiful, the Chantecaille cushion foundation, the Sisley-Paris cushion foundation, the water tint, they're all perfect for that. If I want to feel like I have like $1 million, then Prairie, because it's the most expensive one that I have, and it's a beautiful product. I mean, they're all amazing. I wouldn't be able to choose one. So these are my top 10 foundations. They might change in the future, who knows, because I'm always trying new foundations. There were some runner-ups that I took off at the last minute, like the Charlotte Tilbury. Her new foundation is really good, and also her Flawless filter, which is called, her foundation is amazing. There were some other runner-ups. The Dior Forever Glow, not the new formula, the old formula. That foundation would have made the top 10, but they reformulated it, so I didn't see the point of including it. That's one of my favorite, like top 5 favorite foundations, but they reformulated, so I didn't include it here. I didn't see the point. This is my video for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below if you tried any of these foundations, if any of these are your favorites too. Maybe you don't like them. Let me know down below what were your thoughts, what's your experience with them, and what is your favorite foundation, your top 5 favorite foundations. Let me know down below in the comments. And if there's any foundations that you haven't seen me try or you would like me to try, let me know, and I would definitely take a look into it. I will consider it, because I love trying new products, especially for you guys, if it's something that you guys want me to try on. So make sure that you check out my Sephora recommendations video that is coming Thursday. I'll have it up for you guys, so you'll be ready for the Sephora sale this upcoming Friday. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.